Rest. I done been at the bottom with no pot to piss it. When there wasn't ain't shit that was stopping this kid, I just kept my head up and said fuck a bitch.
Hey, what is up you guys, this is Navelow, and today in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to get 100 plus nearly every single game you guys play. So in this video I'm going to be going over what the best class setup, so what guns you should be using, attachments, perks, and streaks, 5 really awesome tips, and if you guys should be playing in a party or you should just be riding it out solo. So what you're watching in the background is my very first 100 plus on Black Ops 3. I'm dropping these nearly every single day I get on, which is actually kind of weird. Since I've been playing PC, I've been just going off on Black Ops 3 over on the PlayStation 4, and I've been dropping 100 bombs almost every time I want to, which is pretty amazing with my methods. So if you guys learned anything from this video, please hit that like button. That would help me out so much. So let's just jump into the commentary. First, we're going to start off what classes you guys should be using. So I have 5 really good guns that you guys could get 100 plus with, and depending upon your playstyle, one of these will fit it. So the first one is a Weevoo. It's great for close range and medium range. It has lots of ammo, pretty decent fire rate, and they just buffed it, so it's basically like the P90 from Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. I highly suggest you guys go check it out if you guys haven't already. I personally like using that gun. That's the gun I go to get 100 plus like you're watching in this gameplay. So the next gun is the VMP. It's great for close range and medium range, even after all the buffs and nerfs and everything that could be possibly changed to this gun. Even with its 40 round magazine, which is pretty good for SMG, it has a really high fire rate with low recoil. Our third possible choice for a gun is the M8A7. It's a great medium to long range gun. This is kind of like a gun that you would use on the map Infection or something like that. It has a really high damage, it has 32 rounds, and it's just an overall great gun. Our fourth possible choice is the KM44. It's great for all situations, close range, medium range, and semi-long range. This gun is really underrated, and I highly suggest you guys try it out. It has a decent fire rate, a regular 30 round mag. It's just an overall great gun with a pretty damn good iron sights that I don't even have to use like a sight like an ELO or a red dot or anything like that on. And our fifth possible choice is the Man of War. It's a great for medium to long range, and it has really high damage. Now let's just jump into the attachments that you guys should be using for these guns. For the SMGs, I highly suggest you use grip depending upon what you're using. Like if you're using the Pharaoh or the Razorback, you guys don't need grip, but for the Weevoo or for the VMP, I suggest it just because you guys could have like precision accuracy if you guys use it. Fast mag, I think that's a must for 100 bombs, because if you're in a really tight situation and if you have like 2 people and you can only kill one, you can kill one and then just double jump and reload, and you could still get the other guy because you're reloading 10 times faster than if you didn't have this attachment on. And the final attachment for the SMGs is rapid fire. I suggest this for the Weevoo and for the Razorback, not really anything else. You don't really need it. The VMP has a pretty good fire rate and you don't need rapid fire on it, so I think the rapid fire is only needed for like the Razorback and for the Weevoo, but it's still a really viable choice. Now moving on to the ARs. You can either use quick draw or grip. Like on the KM44, I use quick draw and grip, but say if you're using the M8A7, I just use quick draw. Like you don't need grip or quick draw on every single assault rifle. It depends on what you're using. So try out both and see what works out best for you. The second viable attachment that you guys should be using is fast mag. Like I said, if you're in a really tight situation and you need to reload, no problem, you have fast mags on and you can reload pretty damn fast. Another is rapid fire, and this is also depending upon the gun. Like the KM44, I like running it, and same with the Man of War. But the M8A7, you don't necessarily need to run it, but rapid fire is a pretty damn good attachment for slow firing guns. And the ELO sight, I like using that over the red dot. I would only use the ELO sight on maybe the M8 or the Man of War. The KM44, you don't really need that, so I suggest not using it. But if you don't necessarily need a sight for your gun, that's really good, because then you have an extra token that you could use for like an extra perk or for a secondary or something along the lines of that. Now for me personally, I don't really like to run any kind of secondary when I'm going for 100 plus. I like to spend it all on my perks and my guns, so let's just jump into the perks. You don't necessarily need a secondary. For the perks, I like using Flak Jacket. It allows you to survive longer, because once you're destroying them, they're going to get kind of pissed and they're going to throw out like a nade or a Semtex or something along the lines of that, or a trip mine. They're going to try and kill you with an explosive, and Flak Jacket allows you to survive a lot longer through kind of any explosives. And then for the tier 2 perks, I like having 2 perks on. The first one is Anti-Up. It allows you to get your streaks a lot faster, and it's just an overall great perk, because if you're going for 100 plus and you're using your streaks, say if you die 100 off, well, if you had anti-up on, you would have had that streak and you would have kept on going. So anti-up is kind of like a need for me at least. And the second one is scavenger. If you're going on a really long streak and you need some ammo, you don't necessarily have to go looking around for a gun or anything like that. You could just pick up a scavenger pack and then you could keep on going. No tier perk 3. I just like running flak jacket, anti-up, and scavenger. But that's just me, and if you guys have like an open like slot, I would suggest tactical mask, because tactical mask is actually really underrated and good. Now moving on to the streaks, I have 4 streaks depending upon your playstyle. The first choice is the Cerberus. This is probably the most underrated kill streak. It runs a bit slow, but that's like the only thing that's like bad about it. It's really low score for how many kills it can get you. As rockets, a machine gun, it's an overall great kill streak for ground kills. Second one is the Wraith. It's great for airborne kills. Basically, you put that thing in the air and that thing will bound to get you about like 5 to 10, maybe even 15 kills if that thing just goes off. Especially if you're on Nuketown or a smaller map, that thing can cover pretty much the whole map and you can just place it in the middle, and it, depending upon if the spawns flip, it doesn't matter to this thing will just kill him. The third one is the Hater. It's easier for you to get more kills, and depending upon if you are like one off your streak again, then this thing can easily help you get that 1 kill because you know where everybody is, and it could just help you wrap every single streak. Speaking about wrapping, yes, the wraps. This is great for ground kills. Now, this is what I would switch out, either the Cerberus or the wraps, depending upon if you can get to the wraps, the Wraith, the Hater, and the wraps. And I think this is probably the best kind of like setup. The Wraith is the hell from the sky, Hater is so you know where everybody is, and wraps is hell on the ground. So now we're moving along to 5 really great tips that you guys could use. The first tip is knowing spawns. It helps. If you know spawns, then you can tell when they're going to flip or where they're going to spawn next. If you don't know spawns, then that's okay, but knowing spawns definitely helps, because if you can see on your minimap how far your like friendlies are and how far they're pushed up, then you'll know when they'll flip and where they're gonna spawn next. I think just knowing spawns overall helps, and once you start killing somebody there, it might just spawn right behind you, and if you know that you're that far pushed up, then you can know just to turn around and just shoot at them, and just knowing spawns in general helps you, and I highly suggest you guys get to know them. The second tip is to play smaller maps. When playing smaller maps, it means you can get more kills. Probably the best 2 maps is Nuketown and Combine, and maybe even Skyjack at that. These are really insanely good maps to be able to get a lot of kills. Well, Navelow, why is it better to play a smaller map? Because everybody is just going to keep on spawning in one place, and you guys could just keep killing and killing and killing. Where on a bigger map, it's easier for them to be able to spawn out. The third tip I'm going to give you guys is to use head glitches to your advantage. This will allow you to kill them easier while it is harder for your enemies to kill you. Head glitches are really good, and even though Black Ops 3 and Vonderhard, they're trying to get rid of head glitches, especially over on the B domination on Nuketown, there's still a lot to be found, and if you guys find a couple that you guys like, I highly suggest you guys just keep on using them. Number 4, always push the spawns. Pushing the enemy spawns are great because you'll be the first one to kill them, but play slower if you're close to streaks. So everybody says, you know, be on the outskirts of the maps or something like that. No, I think that's how you get a nuclear. But when you're trying to go for a lot of kills, you want to be all up in their face. You just want to be killing them left and right. But like I said, if you are getting close to your like Hater or your Wraps or your Wraith or anything along the line of that, I would play a little bit slower until you get those streaks, and then once you have them, just go all in. And number 5, this is probably the greatest tip, and it's probably the most obvious tip too. Don't get nervous. When you get nervous, you're gonna start choking your shots, and you're not gonna be able to do as well as you were doing before. If there's one thing that Clay ever taught me, it's when you get nervous, you're not yourself anymore. The reason why you got to such a high kill streak, or why you have so many kills, is because you weren't playing nervous. And then when you realize that you're playing nervous now and you're gonna suck ass, quote unquote. But yeah guys, either coming from me or coming from Clay, just don't get nervous, just keep on playing. You got that many kills because you weren't nervous before. Now this might be the greatest question of all time on how to get 100 bomb. Solo or party? Well, either one is good, and either one has its ups and downs, which I'll be going over right now. Solo. Solo is easier for kills. Think about it this way, if you're playing with the party, your party is going to want to get a lot of kills too. so you're gonna have to share them and everything like that. But when you're playing solo, you can get as many kills as long as you have a pretty decent team and some really shitty ass enemies. In party, it's easier for time. With the party, you can communicate with each other and control the time, get to like 199 to 200 kind of win in domination, or you can just use the ball and uplink and stuff like that, and you can control the time to get a lot more kills that way. So like I said, either way, solo and party, they both have their ups and downs, but personally to me, I like playing solo better. Every 100 plus I have gotten was playing solo. But everything I said in this video is up to you. Depends on how you play, depends on how you want to play, depends on how you are. It's all about you guys. Find out what works best for you and just keep at it. And if you're getting nowhere near 100 bomb but you want to get one, just keep on working at it. And I know this is a really nerdy thing to say, but just keep on playing every single day. Keep working hard. Just like anything, practice does make perfect. Alrighty guys, that has been it for me. If you guys learned anything from this video, make sure to hit that like button and then drop a comment in the comment section below. So yeah guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See ya, bye.